Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about structure of Java program and a simple Java program to print hello message and the different keywords which we are using in Java program. So this is a normal Java program, a simple Java program. Here we have not written so many statements. Why? Because it's very simple program to print a hello message. But initially we will write the first statement as package statement. So package is nothing but collection of classes. As we know, in C we have header files. We have some predefined header files like stdio.h, conio.h to use the predefined functions. Here, if we want to create a package for your programs also, it is possible. That means whatever the programs you are doing, if you want to share your programs with your friends or with your employees, then you can create a package for your programs. That will be the first statement in your program. So the statement will be package space the package name. For example, pkg1. So this should be the first statement in your program. So a package will be created with the name pkg1, and whatever the programs you are writing, whatever the classes you are writing, that will be included in this pkg1. And now you can share this pkg1 with any of your friends. They can import this package like import pkg1 dot star. Star means all the classes which you are writing in your package, they can access. And this will be the first statement. After this, if you have any import statement for your program, if you are using scanner class in your program, you need to import util package. If you are using any data input stream or file input stream, then you need to import IO package. So like this, the next next statement will be import statement. If you are using any predefined packages, you need to import them. So we have so many packages, we will discuss about that later. But out of these packages, the default package is language package. That means the classes which are available in lang package, directly you can use them. So if you observe here in this program, I am not writing any import statement, but still I am using some classes in this program. So how I am saying I am using some classes? If you write the first letter as capital in Java, it will be considered as class. If you observe here, string is a class, system is a class. These two are classes which we are using. These two are predefined classes, but for this we are not importing any package. That means these two classes are available in lang package. As I told you that lang package is a default package, no need to import that. Without writing import statement, we can use that. And creating package statement is also optional. If you want to create, you can create, otherwise you can simply write a program. And as we discussed in earlier videos, we know Java is a fully object oriented, so everything will be in the form of classes and objects. So if we see C program, everything will be in the form of functions. So in every program we will write main function. If we go with C++, it is partially object oriented. That's why you are writing class, but class is followed by main. That means you are not directly linking class and main. If you want to go only with structured program, simply write main and ignore this class. If you want to use object oriented principles, then include class followed by main, but it's not mandatory to write class here. But coming to Java, it is fully object oriented. That's why you are writing main function within the class itself. So class is mandatory, as main is also mandatory for every program. So class is mandatory for every program. Class followed by class name, and within this we are writing the main function. So this is only main class. Along with this, if you want to write additional classes, you can write. Just like along with main, we can write any other user defined functions in C program, right? So in the same way, if we want to write any other classes, we can write in the same program, but those classes will not contain main function. So only one class will contain main function, and that class you are calling as main class. Now, so coming to main function, so in C or C++, simply you are writing int main or void main, but here we are writing public static void main, and it is also taking some arguments. So we will discuss one by one here. Public So I think in previous videos we have little bit discussed about this specifiers. We have 4 access specifiers in Java, that is public, private, protected and default. So public means anyone can access, that means within your package anyone can access, and outside of the package also anyone can access if you declare your data or method as public. Now why I am declaring my main function as public, why I want to share my main function with other people? Then for example, consider a C program. Here I am writing two functions, main and add. So I am not calling add function with the main function. Then this code will not be executed. That will be only compiled. If you don't call any function, that will not be executed. But here main is also one function. Someone should call that function, otherwise it will not be executed. But in every program the main will be called by operating system. Here also our main function will be called by operating system, but operating system resides outside of our package. Our main function is available in our package. Now this operating system should call this main function which is available in another package. So if it wants to call this function, I should declare my function as public. Then only the operating system can access that. Next keyword is static. Why we are declaring our main method as static? So I told you that class, if I simply write a class, nothing will happen. For this class I should create an object. If I have an object, then only I can call the methods which are available in that class. For example, in a class, if you are writing a method disp, how to call this method? Using ob.disp. I can call like this. Now in the same way, if operating system wants to call main function, what it needs to do? It needs to create an object for my program. Why? Because it's a class name. So my program ob is equal to new my program. Now it needs to call ob.main function. But operating system has so many duties, so many responsibilities. For every program it cannot create the object. It will take more time to create the object. That's why what we are doing, we are declaring main as static. If we declare any method as static, we don't need to create an object. Directly we can access that method using the class name. What is the class name? My program. So my program dot main. Simply if I know the class name, I can access that. Here also same thing. If I declare this disp method as static, how I can call? No need to create ob. I can simply call a.disp. Okay, we know if I want to access a method or data, it doesn't have any memory, right? Where it will be saved, then if I don't create an object, where that method or where the data will be stored, right? So there will be a class memory. So whenever you create a class, some default memory will be allocated for class. So it cannot store a bulk data, but some default space is there for class area. Within that class area only the static data or static methods will be stored. Static data or static method. So it isn't related to any particular object, it is related to only class. So that's why we are declaring our main method as static. If I declare my main method as static, OS need not to create an object to call the main function. And we know void, it doesn't return anything, that's why it is writing void, and main is the function name. And now it is taking the argument. If we pass any arguments to the main function, that called as command line arguments. Now what type of arguments it is taking? String array of strings. That means I can write this is a class, This is an example for array of string. This is one string, this is one string, this is one string, and this is one string. So if you combine all these together, then it will become string array. So it will take in a command line arguments array of strings, and the name of the argument is args. Whatever the arguments you are giving, that will be stored in args. So this value is args of 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. All these values will be stored in an array called args. This is user defined. Instead of this you can write abc also. Then abc of 0, abc of 1, 2, 3. But it will take array of string arguments. So this is about main syntax. And now to display a message in C, we are using printf function. But here we are using a method called println method. But this println method is available in printstream class. This is another topic actually, but how we are accessing this println method using a class called system class, which is available in lang package. So system dot out is a reference here. So it is a class, system is a class, and out is a reference, and println is a method to print some message. Whatever we write here, that will be printed, and ln means the control will come to, the cursor will come to the next line, and this println method will take only one string argument. See, whatever you want to write, put a double quote, and within double quotes write your message. So this is about a normal simple Java program. And how to save this program? myprogram.java. So why I am giving the file name as my class name? I told you that OS, how OS will access this main function? Using this class name only. If OS knows this class name, then only it can access this main. That's why to indirectly give the name to OS, how I am saving my file name? myprogram.java. And how to compile this? Using javac compiler, javac space your file name .java. Then coming to execution, java space my program. So here only my program. What is my program indicates here? My program indicates the name of your class. Using this class name only, operating system will call your main function. So this is about a simple Java program. Thank you.